Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ACC News. Now you know. Thank you for joining us for today's special edition. I'm Lula Cronkite, your talented and lovely host of America's most watched news program. Now, let's move right on to today's program. You all are in for a very special treat with us today to share a first-hand account of what it might have been like in the Garden of Eden are our very special guests, Adam and Eve. So we're going to be getting them in on our Zoom call in just a moment, so hang on. All right, Adam and Eve, welcome to the program.
We are so glad to be here, Mrs. Cronkite.
Yes, it's a pleasure to share this time with you.
So tell me, what was it like in the garden before the great deception?
Oh, yes. I still remember the sweet smell of the air and rejoicing in a day's labor.
Oh, the colors, the vivid colors.
Yes.
I can still see them. Oh, Adam, do you remember that all the colors and the bushes on that hill where we used to play with the cheetahs?
Oh, yes. That piercing red and the brilliant yellow. It was amazing.
Hold up. What did you just say? Did you say a playing with cheetahs?
Yes, the cheetahs loved to play a game with me where I would go hide and they would come and try to find me.
Oh, Adam, I used to love when you would wrestle with the cheetahs after they came to find your hiding spot. You were so strong.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Okay. Well, what did you guys do all day long?
Oh, lots of things. You mean more like what good
things didn't you do? Oh,
yes.
Well, tell me more about the garden.
Well, the Father commanded us to take care of his garden, and it was a pleasure to do so. So just imagine working with perfect soil and with perfect plants.
And no weeds to pull.
And you could just imagine all the luscious, sweet, juicy fruits.
Oh.
Eve, do you remember the strawberries?
Oh, yes. They were ripe and full. They were like the size of baseballs. And they made the most fabulous strawberry pies.
Wow. I can almost taste those strawberries just thinking about it. Can you imagine? Oh, what about the trees? I know I remember hearing something. Weren't there two special trees in the garden?
Yes, he placed two trees in the garden, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And God said that we could eat from any tree that we wanted except for the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, because he warned us that if we ate from that tree, that we would surely die.
And who wants to die?
I mean, well, I'm trying to figure out though, why did he put the two trees in the garden and leave the choice up to you?
Well, he wanted our love and commitment to him to be genuine, real, and of our own choosing. Let me explain it like this. Let's say it's your birthday and you've been planning this huge party all year long, and all of your friends are invited, except of course, you're most excited to spend time with your best friend. So let's say the day of the party arrives, but then you come to find out that your best friend's mom is begging her to come to your party. And in fact, it's on her chore list as something she is required to do, whether she wants to or not. Now, do you want a friend like that to be forced to come to your party under those circumstances? Or do you want your friend to be there because she truly wants to be there? She enjoys your company, she enjoys your friendship so much that she wants to spend time with you. Now, hopefully you kind of understand what I'm talking about, and why God put the tree there is because God wants us to want him. Wow.
That makes so much sense. That was an incredible risk that God took, leaving the choice up to you. I mean, wow, you two could have chosen to reject him. I mean, leaving that first choice up to the first humans. Wow, what a concept. What a risk.
Mm-hmm.
Surely there was more.
Well, we also really enjoyed the animals, but nothing compares to the walks we had with the Father.
Walks? What do you mean, walks?
Yes, we would walk with the Father in the garden, holding his hand, talking to him, sharing our hearts with him.
Yes, I miss that time. The long walks with him and having the deep conversation and sharing our hearts with the Father.
And he was sharing his hearts with us.
Wow.
Yes, all that passed us by after the Great Deception. Mrs. Cronkite, there is more to the story.
Oh, look at the time. My producers are telling me we've got to wrap this up. We're out of time for this week's broadcast. Is there a way you could come back next week?
Well, yes, there is more to the story.
Yes. There is more to our adventures, but I'm very sad to say that the second part is not as glorious as this first part.
Well, you heard it here first, folks, right on Now You Know. And the first to know next week, we're going to hear the much anticipated conclusion of Adam and Eve's adventure. This could be life-changing for you. And to think you've heard it here first on ACC News, Now You Know. Once again, this is Lula Cronkite, your talented and lovely host of Now You Know. Signing off until next week. And remember, don't be caught without an answer, because now you know. Thanks so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you next week.